high school hostage standoff in Wisconsin. The 15-year-old boy accused of holding classmates and a female teacher hostage for 6 hours is at a local hospital this morning, the victim of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Chris Bury is in Marinette, Wisconsin with all the details for us. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning, Robin. Here at Marinette High School, classes are canceled for now. Not surprising after such a trying and terrifying day.
The tense drama unfolded near the end of the school day in a Western civilization class.
We have a very serious incident.
At about 1:30 p.m., the sixth period class was watching a film about Greek myths when a 15-year-old boy left the classroom.
He looked like he was sick, the teacher said.
Moments later, he returned with a bag.
A backpack and all his guns and stuff.
In the bag, a .22 caliber semi-automatic and a 9mm pistol. He pulled out a gun and shot the movie projector, ordering classmates to hand over their cell phones, breaking his own when it rang. One student on his way to class was turned away by the teacher.
The door was closed and the lights were off. Mrs. Bird came up to the door, opened it up a bit, and said, "Go down to the library." But as we started going, we immediately heard a loud bang.
At 3:48, police received a phone call from the school's principal. 23 students and Valerie Bird, a teacher, held at gunpoint. Once inside the school, police set up a command center. Officers are seen in these photos inserting cameras and listening devices in the room above where the students were held. They reached the teacher by telephone, but the boy refused to talk. Worried families gathered together as the hours ticked by.
Heartbreaking. Heartbreaking that I can't believe it's happening here.
Then, at 7:40 p.m., the teenager released 5 students who told him they had to use the bathroom. At 8:03, 3 gunshots rang out and police broke down the door.
As the officers approached him, the suspect then fired one shot and injured himself in a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
By now, everyone else was safe. Students say they tried to keep the gunman calm by making him laugh and talking to him about hunting and fishing. But some are left wondering why a classmate would resort to this.
He was a good student. He wasn't talkative in high school, really. He never seemed like he would do something like this.
School officials did have some preparation for this kind of thing. Last year, they had an exercise involving a mock school shooting. And while officials here said that the school doors were recently reinforced, they had no metal detectors. George.
Thanks, Chris.
Hugs and tears of relief all around. Parents reunite with their children after a classmate held 23 students and a teacher hostage for hours.
I didn't even think it was actually happening until I actually had figured out some of my friends were missing.
The standoff began during the school day's final period.
That 15-year-old boy left the classroom. Moments later, he returned with a backpack. It had at least 2 handguns in it. He pulled out a gun, students say, shot the movie projector, ordering classmates to hand over their cell phones.
Terrified students kept the gunman calm by talking about hunting and fishing. It all ended well after dark when police busted down the classroom door.
As the officers approached him, the suspect then fired one shot and injured himself in a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
The hostages were immediately evacuated from the room. The boy's motive remains a question.
It's really sad that anybody gets to this point that they have to do this.
Said he left, you went outside, and then he came back?
Yeah, because he looked like he was sick, the teacher said. I don't know.
What did he come back with?
A backpack and all his guns and stuff.
Well, just glad to have him back, all in one piece.
The suspect was taken to an area medical center. None of the hostages were hurt. School officials now dealing with the emotional scars.
I don't want to go back to school. I'm scared.
Now look, okay, in this video, what'd you see there? Yeah, you know what you saw there. Yeah, you know what happened again? Because of our ability to treat each other like shit, isn't that right? Isn't this our ability to be one up better than somebody else? Isn't our ability to not give a flying fuck or care about another human being at all, to be all about yourselves? Isn't the reason he flipped out and he done this because of our society? Yes, it is. And the social conditioning machine that makes you people believe that you got to up somebody else, you got to be better than somebody else, that you got to treat people the way you don't want to be treated yourselves. That's right. Isn't it your society that taught you this? That's right. That's correct. Correct answer is your school system, your television sets, your music, your magazines, your books. Your everything in life that's been put in your face the entire time you've been growing up has conditioned you to think this way and to act this way. And it's just like Black Friday. What did we observe during Black Friday? Oh, that's right. You know what we observed during Black Friday. So do I. During Black Friday, we observed masses of cows, cattle, sheep. Oh, they're supposed to be human beings, but they're not. They're cattle. They're sheep. Herding the stores. Running anything in their sight over to get to the merchandise. That's right. To get to the materialistic world. Total animal behavior. That's not human behavior. Our society is so messed up it's not even funny. It's absolutely fucking sickening. And the reason you're seeing this happening again in the school is because of our ability to treat one another the way we do not want to be treated ourselves. Because of our ability to have never grown up. That's right. Because of our ability to never have grown up. To always act like a naive, little selfish prick of a child, okay, who's eviler than most children are. Because you're selfish, sadistic, sick tendencies to what? Treat other people the way you don't want to be treated yourselves. And do you expect this incident at this school to be the last one? No, I don't. I expect them to be happening more frequently, more often. That's right. And more people will die because it'll happen more frequently and more often. Because it has no alternative but to happen again and again and again and again and again and again. Because you people don't want to solve the problem. You don't want the cause to be found. You only want to chase the symptoms. Just like everything else in life. Isn't that right? So you can plan on the next school shooting happening again. Okay? You can count on more of these hostage incidences. You can count on more of this, okay? More of it. That's right. More and more and more. Because you people never grew up. Because you think you can fucking label somebody, stereotype somebody, ridicule somebody, bully somebody, treat somebody like a complete utter piece of fucking dirt and feel big about it and not give a flying fuck about what you did on somebody else as long as it don't happen to you. You think that's all cool. It's part of the game. That's right. Well, this is part of the game too. Well, it's the parts you people don't like. It's called the end game. Okay? What he done right there is part of the end game. Because that's just what made him do what he did. I'll guarantee you what made him do what you did is you people yourselves. You designed him, you created him, you drew the blueprints. Nobody else drew the blueprints to him. You people did. Just like George Sedini. You created him, you designed him, you drew the blueprints, you made him who he was. You called him crazy, but he wasn't born crazy. No, he was born normal like everybody else. The only reason he did what he did is because you, society, you the people, dumping on one another and knowing you're doing it, deliberately doing it and loving it. Because you practice hurting other people. Look at your trolls. You practiced trying to hurt another human being who's never done nothing to you. Which is very, very evil, sick, and twisted. Okay? And when you practice this type of behavior, you show one thing. You're the reason that Third World War needs to happen. And you're the reason that I will feel relief when I see billions and billions and billions of you dying. I will feel relief. And why will I feel relief? Because you're too stupid to open your eyes and look at what's going on around you. Because you would rather hurt another human being and feel big for doing it. While your government's getting ready to take you out. But it's all just a conspiracy theory, remember? And so when the conspiracy theory happens, and you're moaning, I'm going to love every last bit of your moaning. while billions and billions of people die, and I'll be feeling pleasure in it. Because as long as this is the mindset of our society and today's society, and this is what people want to do unto one another, and this is what you people will like and love, because you don't want to find a solution to it, because you don't chase the cause, you chase the symptoms. So as long as you want to continue to do that so it can continue to happen again, then why not? Why not let the government have their way, man, and nuke us all? That's right. Kill us all! Because the parasites need to be wiped off the planet, because this planet's pretty much over, because it's filled full of evil, twisted, sick trash. I mean, it's filled full of trash anyhow. Who loves to prey on other innocent people. You want to go to fake war for your government. You want to fucking call it a war on terrorism. Because you're not an adult, because you never grew up. Because none of you people in Congress ever grew up. You're not adults. You're not adults at all. You're worse than a fucking naive fucking 3-year-old. Anyhow, there's not much more I can say about this, but get ready for it to happen again, okay? Because that's what happened here. It happened again. As we told you it would. Next video, yo, good.